If you already know what a French drain is, I'll just put the time and you can skip ahead and just watch the video because you would know what I'm doing. But for anybody that doesn't or wanted to know exactly how I decided to do it, then you can watch this part. I got my lav mic on today. Camera's pointing here. This is just one big learning process for me when it comes to making videos. Just trying to show you what I'm doing and how I'm doing it. But then I am trying to catch that feeling of what it feels like to be here. You know, the trees and the birds, and I'd like you to feel like you're really part of this because you are. Every single subscriber I have is a huge motivator of what keeps me coming here every single weekend and working so hard to try to get this project done, even though the word done is kind of comical at this point because it's like a huge project. I think I'm gonna take a second this morning and just kind of show you, like if you're here and you're doing this with me, it would make perfect sense to you, right? It's difficult without like actually sitting down and saying, okay, somebody in Las Vegas, you know who I'm talking about, thanks for watching all the videos. Somebody in Las Vegas that's sitting down and watching a video about me digging a French drain. What does she or he need to see in order for it to make sense? I'm just long-winded here, obviously. I'm gonna have to edit this way down, Lucas. Way to go. So anyways, let me get in the hole. I'm going to try to talk my way through this. And then when you watch the video that you're about to watch, it should make more sense. You can get in your nest, little bird. I'm not gonna hurt you. This French drain runs 30 feet, the whole length of the one side of the stone portion of the house. You can probably see the very corner of it, just a straight shot. Once it gets to the stairs way back there, it turns, we'll call it a 45 degree. It's probably not, but it turns, goes left another 16 to 20 feet. I have never really measured it, but it's about 16 or 20 feet. And then it goes into a catch basin. And what I did is I dug this out and I made sure that it was graded good. Where you are is the high spot, and it grades, everything grades down. And then when it gets to the stairs, it grades even farther down. And then you have a pipe. Now, most people use a 4-inch perforated pipe or 2 4-inch perforated pipes. I mean, you can use pretty much anything you want as far as the pipe goes. I went with a 6-inch perforated pipe, and it has a sock on it. Kind of material like this in a way around it. And that keeps dirt and everything from getting into the pipe. I have the pipe sticking out of the ground here too. That's so air can flow. It makes a better flow for your French drain. If I buried that end of the pipe, then you have no airflow really in that pipe at all. It would still work, but not as well. So once I put the pipe in the ground and it's graded good and I knew the water was flowing in it, that's when it's time to backfill. And I'm backfilling with quite a bit of this. It's like a 2-inch crushed gravel. How much gravel am I putting in it? I don't know. If I had to guess, there's probably 2.5 feet of gravel on top of that pipe. Maybe 2 feet or 2.5 feet, I don't know. You know, once this gravel gets filled up and I take this fabric and I wrap it, and that will keep dirt from working into my, my pipe. What you see in every single video of every French drain, you see them waterproofing the foundation wall somehow. The really expensive, nice French drains, they come in and they spray like this rubber material. I didn't want to get into that. So I bought this 6mm plastic. So instead of like unfolding it and cutting it and putting 1 layer of plastic, I just left it folded. So I have 3 layers, and it went up fairly easy. You'll see in the video. It'll just lay flat against the house. And that keeps any kind of groundwater. Let's say, like last night, it rained crazy. When that happens, you know, the water doesn't have time to get into the ground. It doesn't matter how much gravel you have. It's gonna stay on top. And hopefully I'll have this graded nicely, so then the water still stays away from the house. But anything that does want to work into the house will hit this plastic, and it won't be able to go down and in. I hope that that's a better explanation of what I'm doing. working on the French drain here. It's all dug out. I've got a very thin layer of gravel on the bottom, and I did that just to make sure that it was graded properly. So I'm going to clean the stone off ground level. So I'm just going to put plastic on this wall down, just to help maybe keep some water from going through. Could rain today, so might not be the best day to do this. Most of what I removed was dirt. Some pretty deep holes. This is all below grade. That big stone right there came out of that spot. I don't ever want to have to dig this out again. And if putting some mortar in here makes it better, then I need to do it. One good tip about repointing that I read online is that if you want to use less mortar, which is hard work, you know, mixing it up, is to get stones and put them in the big voids so you're not filling that all with the mortar. So I have an old foundation behind this barn, and I'm gonna go with the wheelbarrow, fill it up with some small stones that I can probably shove in that wall, certain places, to be able to hopefully save on the mortar. Bonding adhesive. I guess you wipe it on the joint and it helps everything stick together.
Oh, summer. It sounds good right now after what we just experienced, doesn't it? Grilling out, lawns being mowed, and pools opening. These are some of the things we expect with summer.
That will be known as my first joint. I'm gonna clean it up, keep going. I don't need people judging me on my pointing capabilities here. It's not easy to do. This was the main place I had to do it. I don't know, the tool marks, I think you're not supposed to see tool marks, but I can see tool marks and all the other stuff. I don't know, doesn't matter. It's gonna be mostly underground. So a lot of that repointing didn't necessarily need to be done, but I feel better that it was. Didn't take that long really either. pretty happy with how it's all turning out. It's quite the job trying to get that plastic to stay, but it is. The catch basin's down there. Just a big 55-gallon drum that's got the bottom cut out. It's on top of gravel. Now here I have 4 layers of 6 mil plastic on the left, and then the driveway fabric then goes to kind of down and underneath. The fabric will just get folded over top of the rock. I'm hoping that cars don't pick up much on this little mic that I've got here. I know on my other mic it's a stereo mic, and it picks up everything. I mean, you can hear like a bird fart over there on that tree. There was a legit bird. I just pointed like to nothing, and there was a bird right where I was pointing. I didn't mean you, bird. You particularly. You're the bird that has the nest underneath the house, aren't you? Yes. Yes, I found your husband. He hit my window and he passed away, I'm sorry to tell you. If you need any assistance in raising your chicks, let me know. I can dig worms and leave them for you close by. Do you want me to do that? Yeah? Cool.